Well, Twitter seems to be a hotbed of hatred lately. Latest example, actress Ashley Judd saying she will press charges after she got a slew of vulgar tweets during a Kentucky Wildcats game. Judd responding, example, I am mentally weak for not tolerating sodomy threats, responding to this saying liberals like you are that mentally weak. Starbucks senior VP back on Twitter after quitting amid a backlash to the company's #RaceTogether campaign, which the coffee chain had hoped would spark a nationwide discussion on race issues, saying, quote, last night I felt personally attacked in a cascade of negativity. I got overwhelmed by the volume and tenor of the discussion, and I reacted. And don't forget this, Kurt Schilling, who outed all the Twitter trolls who sent sexually explicit tweets about his underage daughter. All right, let's talk about it all now. Joining me now, Katherine Timpf, National Review reporter, Carol Alt, former supermodel, I would say still supermodel, host and author of the new book, A Healthy You. It's out May 12th. She is also a Fox News contributor. And Kelly Powers, I'm going to say this wrong because I never am really sure, podiatric surgeon at Stanford Hospital and New York Presbyterian. Good to see all of you.
Thanks. It's great to see you, Shannon.
All right. So has anyone been on the receiving end of this Twitter hate?
Yes.
I think everybody
all three of us
at some point or another.
All right. So how do you react? Because Ashley Judd says she was actually threatened with sexual violence, and she is filling out police reports and pressing charges.
Well, you know, so Twitter hate, backlash, social media backlash, this is all to be expected. We're all on this panel right now. We've all experienced it. But the question is it inappropriate versus illegal? And that's really the question, right? So there's mean tweets out there, inappropriate, rude. People shouldn't do it, but they're going to do it anyway. But is it illegal? Is someone actually threatening you physically, sexually? Of course. If there's reason for a lawsuit, well, then there's reason for a lawsuit.
Yeah, and Carol, some people say, like, just block them and tune them out, just shut them up. Don't let them think they're getting to you. But, you know, is there a line that you get crossed?
There's absolutely a line. And by the way, I love my tweeps. We have great conversations, but they don't abuse the access to me, and I don't abuse the access to them. And I think when you abuse the access to people and you say things like that threaten you and make you fearful, because I've had people pretending to be government agencies coming after me, and I'm like, what did I do? What did I do? And it makes you fearful, and you literally end up calling lawyers and finding out what this is and why this is happening, only to find out, by the way, the government does not contact you on Twitter and they do not contact you by email.
No, and something that we've learned today, no contact from Twitter. But, you know, do you think that this is a problem that is specifically targeted at females? Because when there are threats of sexual violence, I mean, that's a very specific kind of threat.
Absolutely, and of course there is. I've gotten it all. I've heard it all. I mean, you can spend 2 minutes in any internet comment section and just lose all hope for humanity entirely. It's so bad. But I don't really think Ashley Judd was talking about changing the culture and this culture of violence against women. I don't think it's a new thing. I think that's what's new about it is that there's now an outlet for these people in their mom's basements or wherever that no one can listen to them. Now everyone has to listen, and they think it's anonymous. They feel anonymous. What this guy did with the 17-year-old daughter proved that's not the case, which I think was awesome.
I think you're making a very good point here, is that we should make sure these people know they're not anonymous, and maybe they'll behave better.
There's a footprint, a digital footprint there.
Well, but Twitter makes it very difficult for you to verify that you are actually the person, and I think it should be easier to verify that you are them and that you have to actually verify to get on there, so that if they do things like this, if they threaten people, make people live in fear, I don't think the founding forefathers who had the First Amendment in mind were thinking about cyberbullying. I think they were thinking about a forum for open ideas like this. I don't think they thought that people were going to abuse that to curse out people or
and like you said, leave them in fear. I mean, that's the real. We have so much. We could talk about this for a whole hour.
For an hour.
But sadly, we're out of time. We didn't get to talk about Starbucks either. And their that #RaceTogether may not have gone exactly as planned.
Well, it's a horrible idea.
We'll see. If you have
that should have been attacked.
If you have Gwen Ifill, African American herself, a PBS saying, honest to God, if you start to engage me in a race conversation before I've had my morning coffee, it will not end well. Even she didn't think it was a good idea. So we'll see where that goes. Meantime, enjoy your coffee, tea, whatever it is. All right, thank you all. All right, President Obama at the podium in Cleveland today, speaking at a town hall there about the budget.